Okay, Mr. Griggs, you have a report?
Yes, Your Honor, I do. I have followed the facts and the presentations of the plaintiff's case very carefully and looked through the details. I'll get to that in a moment, but let me just simply say that with regard to heirs, after extensive searches were conducted to attempt to find living heirs of G.B. Kahn, this was done through tax records, through DCAD, that's Dallas Central Appraisal District records, also different types of computer searches to find heirs. No evidence of the existence of any heirs were found. It's my belief, Your Honor, that that they had no children, which is one reason why it's been difficult for anybody, investigators or myself, to determine that. Now, it is interesting to note, and by the way, I did file a ad litem report. I thought in this case, since this was a trespass to try title dealing with adverse possession, extensive records would be helpful. So I did file a detailed report, and I'm referring to that now, Your Honor, if you have that handy. The property taxes have been paid on the subject property on an annual basis since at least 1996, more than 25 years. And that's as far back as the tax records that I could find that are available online. Now, some of those years, the payments were made on behalf of, or either by or on behalf of Heloise M. Lee. That was the mother of plaintiff Norma Clements. And in more recent years, those taxes were paid by the estate of Mr. Kahn at the address in Rowlett of the plaintiff Mark Fales. So to the best of my ability, I believe that the presentation of facts are accurate. I have not found any errors, and therefore, based upon my investigation and the documents that were available to me in the case, I believe that the facts stated in the plaintiff's original petition are true and correct. And it appears to me that the service by publication was also compliant with the law.
Okay, so the court will then go ahead and grant the summary judgment on this. That is that you have no opposition, I sounds like, Mr. Griggs, is that right?
That's correct.
Mr. Stedman, I'll go ahead and sign the summary judgment and get it scanned, and hopefully it'll be on the system by tomorrow.
Very good. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Griggs, again. Do you have an agreement as to the amount of the attorney ad litem fees?
Yes, Your Honor. We've agreed on $1,800 for fees. Is that correct?
That's correct. And Your Honor, I can file a proposed order for you to sign. I don't know that the number is in any kind of document there that you have. So if you prefer, I can.
Do you want me to interline that onto the order or not, or what? How do you want to do this?
It's fine with me, Mr. Stedman.
Well, I've already submitted an order. That would be fine, I think.
Okay.
So, Your Honor, should I go ahead and file the supplementary proposed order that I occasionally do in these cases, or not?
If either of you feel like that's necessary, I don't need it, but if there's some reason that you feel like you need it, you can include it. I'm going to just interline it and say just in addition,
that represents 9 hours of work, Your Honor, at $200 an hour, $1,800, if that kind of detail is necessary.
Court orders David Griggs the attorney ad litem be awarded $1,800 in attorney's fees. Is that sufficient for you, Mr. Stedman?
That's sufficient, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Griggs, is that sufficient to you?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. All right, guys. Anything else we need to chat about today?
No, Your Honor.
I believe that's it.
All right. Thank you again for your service, Mr. Griggs. And we haven't had as many as of these as we used to have. So it's good to see you again.
Thank you. Always happy to help the court, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, our next hearing is Tazia Middleton versus Task Force NTX, or both sides. I see Mr. Potchin here. Is Mr. Hall here or Mrs. Hall here?
I haven't seen Mr. Hall on here. I don't know if he's planning to attend or not.
Okay.
So I wouldn't be surprised if no one was attending from defendant's side.
And this is all right. Tony, are you ready?
Yes, Judge.
Let's go on the record on DC 224678 Middleton v. Tax Force NTX LLC and Justin Harris. Counsel, make your appearances.
Andrew Patchen here for the plaintiff, Tazia Middleton.
Okay, let's go ahead and proceed.
Your Honor, we're seeking court confirmation of an arbitration award. It is a final arbitration award entered on March 11th of 2022. There's been no challenge filed pursuant to section 171.088 of the Civil Practice and Remedies Code. Therefore, pursuant to section 171.087, the court shall confirm the arbitration award as a final judgment. We filed our motion with our original petition, and earlier this morning filed our proposed arbitration award. And in summary, we are seeking total award, excluding any interest, of $32,800.69. That is broken down in $23,490 against the respondent Task Force NTX LLC for damages. Of that amount, Justin Harris, in his individual capacity, is jointly and Your Honor, can I share my screen? You're muted, I believe.
You want to share your screen?
If that would be easy, I don't mind just reading. I didn't know if it would be easier for you to follow. It's may I proceed, Your Honor? Yes. So $23,490 in damages was assessed against Task Force NTX LLC. Of that, Justin Harris is jointly and severally liable for $20,135.58. The defendants are jointly and severally liable for $6,850 in attorney's fees, $1,550 in fees and expenses of the American Arbitration Association, $625 in fees and expenses of the arbitrator, pre-judgment interest assessed against Task Force NTX is $285.69, of which Justin Harris is jointly and severally responsible. The arbitrator also awarded interest to accrue at a rate of 5% from the date after the award, the date of the award being March 11th of 2022. And that breakdown was included on the proposed judgment that was sent earlier this morning. So, Your Honor, I ask you to grant our motion and confirm the arbitration award for the amounts stated in the proposed judgment and as stated on the arbitration award. Do you have? I'd also like to enter into the record the contract which controlled the case, just showing that there was indeed an arbitration
When you
provision.
mean entered into record, do you want to offer that as an exhibit or?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, I would like to offer as an exhibit the contract between the plaintiff and defendant Task Force North Texas.
Okay, exhibit 1 is admitted. You'll need to make sure that you email Tony Rieger. Tony, can you put your email address in the chat so that he knows what it is, and it'll be and mark it as exhibit 1.
Thank you, Your Honor. And besides that, I have nothing further at this time.
Okay, the court will enter the confirmation of the arbitration award and final judgment in this case. And anything else we need to discuss, Mr. Patchett?
No, Your Honor, I don't believe so at this time. So.
All right. Well, have a great rest of your day, and hopefully this will get scanned in and entered in by tomorrow.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Mr. Hamada, are you there? Are both sides here?
I'm here, Your Honor. I don't know if Mr. Brake is here.
It's still early.
Yes. Did you have a good weekend?
I did. It was
Good.
good.